Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of the Gridiron Report. I'm Jared Johnson. I'm joined by the mighty Joe Yeager. Before we dive into kind of the quarterback discussion, what we saw from Baron Morton and Will Hammond, I want to point out that Texas Tech basketball opened up practice this week. It's really exciting. I know expectations are as high as they are for the football program. Yeah. Mighty Joe, I know you wrote a really good story on another one coming out. I also want to point out you can get your Tech basketball gear at Red Ritter Outfitter, who's the sponsor of this show, and the Rockin' Pregame, which I'm a co-host of. But the quarterbacks, what to make, Mighty Joe, of Will Hammond coming in and look, Pro Football Focus rated him not just better than Barron's performance in the first half, but every other quarterback in Power 4 play last weekend. I mean, come on, that their play kind of creates a controversy, and I know that McGuire doesn't want that. This is Barron's team. He's a great leader. There may not be bigger fans of Barron than you and I. I mean, we're just huge fans. I'm fans of the whole family. We met his mom when we went and saw him in high school. What a nice person. And, we wanted him to succeed, but this is big business. Will Hammond came and lit it up. Is there a controversy or not in your mind, Mighty Joe?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think there is at all, certainly within the Tech
team
camp.
Yeah.
With the coaches and players, I'm sure everybody is still 100% behind Baron Morton. With the fans, well, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people who would like to see Hammond get the start in Fed. Although I honestly think that they're probably still in the minority.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 25%, something like that. So I think overall everybody's still pretty much behind Baron Morton. But I mean, what the good thing coming out of this is that how good is the quarterback situation right now with the talent you've got?
Yeah.
I mean, you could win a whole lot of games with either one of these guys.
I think you can win with the third string, with this defense and the weapons you have around them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I feel good about all three. I mean, Will Jadis?
Yeah.
No, that's offensive lineman. Mitch Griffiths, thank you. All these new names, I'm still, and it's my kryptonite. If you've been watching this for a while, you know.
The last names both end with S.
There you go. That's a terrible excuse, but I appreciate you trying to help out. Mitch Griffiths has won games at the Power 5 level, started multiple games. Now, I saw enough of him in the offseason to know if this had to happen, man, I would still pick Tech to win, like at home against BYU, who's a very good team who could come in and beat you. Like, I'm just saying, hypothetically, I would still feel very confident because of the rest of the team, the defense, all the weapons you have around them. So, really good. That's why I've been kind of puzzled when I've seen people say, like, what about the quarterback situation moving forward? So what about it? It's the best I've seen since I can remember, since they had like Baker and Davis Webb, and then Siphon, and then all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes shows up after Baker leaves. I mean, that was a pretty good situation too. But no,
defense wasn't quite as good.
No, not quite. But look, it also has a recruiting effect. All these guys that they're recruiting, these 5-star guys, these blue chip recruits, they see the future in Will Hammond dealing like that. And of course, you want to looks like Tech's going to keep going. They're going to have good quarterback play moving forward, even after Barron, runs out of eligibility. But no, I think the two things can be said in the same statement and still feel like genuine about saying it. Will Hammond played a much better game than Barron, but Baron Morton is still QB1, and rightfully so. He's leader of the team. But a bonus is, man, the future looks bright with Hammond. A will of the thrill, as they say. So it's just more excitement about Texas Tech. I think it was a good thing, not a bad thing. I think the way McGuire handled it and the fact we're not seeing a bunch of fans that just scream for Will Hammond tells you, A, that was a really impressive victory, and B, the culture is healthy here at Texas Tech.
Yeah, and Will Hammond doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's going to be causing any trouble in the locker room.
Yeah.
It seems like a mature, level-headed kid. He's only a freshman.
Yeah, redshirt freshman.
I mean, so it's not like somebody that young is going to just realistically say, I should be starting over this veteran who played all these games and won all these games and so forth and so on. So, I was really impressed with the things that impressed me most about it. It was just his poise in the game, because that was a tough environment, man.
Very tough environment.
I mean, obviously with all the false starts, so you got an idea of what was going on there. And It was a tight game.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pressure, and he came in there and he looked at him, and he just seemed like he was, you know, reading the Sunday paper or something.
Yeah.
With a cup of coffee. You know, he was just calm and cool and collected. And for a player that young at that position, that situation, to carry himself the way he did was just very, very impressive.
Well, I think the way McGuire's handled him has been really great. I mean, he first off thrust into it against TCU at halftime. He played really well, but he had a couple of turnovers. He had a fumble late that cost the game. You know, he wasn't the only reason. The defense was truly the reason why they gave up that 17-point lead. But you know, he didn't have that success. Started the Arkansas game, struggled really in his first start, but he got that experience. And then all spring when Barron was out, he was running with the one. So I mean, he actually, for a redshirt freshman quarterback on a ranked team, he has a lot of experience. So I don't feel bad. Like I think the redshirt freshman thing can be misleading for us because of how much experience he's gotten, other than the fact that he has so much eligibility remaining. You know. And one more thing I want to say, well, two more things. One, you pointed out Barron's a tough hombre. Boy, he's tough. I almost wish he would be a little less tough. You know, slide, you know, baseball slide instead of head first trying to truck people. Because we don't want to see him get hurt, number one. You know, I'm a huge Barron Morton fan. I don't want to see him get hurt, but also they need him, you know. But two, man, Will Hammond was fitting the ball through some tight windows where I was like, whoa, no, whoa. Or he was zipping it through there. It's like it would have ripped the webbing off the defender's hands if they had tried to catch it, you know. Anyways, so, and then the receiving core, they stepped up for Will and made some big plays, you know, in traffic, you know, so. It was, and the offensive line stepped up and really protected him. So it was a number of things. He also brings a running element, which is going to be exciting moving forward. But I think that's kind of where we agree, or where the consensus is, and what it seems to be. Message we're getting from McGuire's, Barron's still QB1, but man, what a bright future we have, and that Will knows his role. So, man, all around, since Barron is expected to be able to start against Houston, you know, all is well that ends well, and it's good to have that knowledge in our back pocket. But Mighty Joe, man, great stuff from you as always.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for watching, and until next time.